sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys off to a strong 2-0 start to begin the 2026 campaign. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. And his guys also 2-0, so this is a good test for both teams here early in the season. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. To throw, it's Allen. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This 2nd and 4. They'll try to make. And he found it. It's on the ground. And one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass, yes, an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 18 carries, 72 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along his way. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple plays combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Shifts by him at the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing now is Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of catches, 55 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third and short.
You talk about this Jets defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10, down at the 33. Allen now looks to throw. Now they'll tuck this and run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A first down carry for Davis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. And now they'll throw with Allen.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Khalil Shakir.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
This defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10, it's Hall. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A nice run here early on. It does take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of this caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
19.
After one, 7-0. RDA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now it's Mitchell. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
That play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on the roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing, Jones. That was going to stop. He will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into it.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Beginning this series with a handout to Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here's Allen to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Allen. Now he'll take this and run. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bears at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen. Too much as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
In motion left is Mitchell. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 on Bills touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
Pass on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the field. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
37-yard line.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 46 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Jennings. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jerron Jennings, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. Our spin around the NFL starts now. at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The Cardinals at home to take on Carolina. And this is the Panthers wideout. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. 58 yards for the score. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles at home to take on Washington. And this is J.K. Dobbins. And this will turn into one of the best plays of the week. He's gone. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Commanders looking to go 3-0 to start the year. They lead at the half. One more to show you real quick. We go to Houston. It's the Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And this is Lamar Jackson. Everything's going his way so far. One of 3 first-half touchdown passes. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Ravens looking for their second win after an opening week loss. They're up at halftime. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here in a busy week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
To continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and it's set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at the...
That's Collins into Charlie. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards.
That's good for us, Jets. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect, bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
They'll run with Hall.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. And that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Off play action. Jones. Touchdown! A great play here. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
Do you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
They nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, let's just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On play action, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen. He'll try and do this himself. And he takes a shot at the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
New York set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planning for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready. Let's go.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Go.
They'll give to Hall. Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver, that
in time, the way to get in there and bring him down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here we go, shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Give to Hall running right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Jones is hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Y'all got to call my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We got a more power. Also dangerous.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Check. Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Mitchell. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Looking to throw. Jones. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he is going to have the Jets first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
First down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. He can't get the stop here. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Second and 9.
Back to throw. Jones. Will be hit and taken down at the 20-line. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Jets on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake. Allen. He's got him out of the crossing route. That's more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Well, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Jets will line up for a...
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Bills 14.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills offense back out onto the field. The Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Bills first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air, Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the 1st.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ground 80. What's up?
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
He'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the RPO will keep it himself. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, got to have this one. And he's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here, he's past the 30. Well, a very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And the Jets, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They run with Hall off the option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Again. Now he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Jones. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline on the feet end. They are. What a catch.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
Throwing, Allen.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw is Allen.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Now Allen.